Yo, yes, this is part 6. Now Sabo the Glory. And we gonna see, can my boy keep up the good work that he's been perfect? He won, what, 2 out of 3 games? Can I keep up the good work? That song. Yeah, it can. You know, I just stimulate when I play that. We played Duke too. It's a rivalry game. Oh. Let's see, can I take that win? Cause it's gonna be a good one. Gotta keep my grades up. It's got to happen. Okay, I ain't got much more. But. Alright, yeah. Let's see if I'm ready.
Stadium in Durham, North Carolina. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. It's the North Carolina Tar Heels and the Duke Blue Devils. Alongside David Pollock and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
It might be small, but it is mighty. The Duke fan base has really started coming alive, and just 40,000 fans can sound like 60 the way they are passionate and yelling for their Blue Devils. Duke is finding some success in football in the last decade.
The Tar Heels headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21. So North Carolina's offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one.
Damn.
Pulls it on the option.
Oh, shit.
Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield.
You got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone. He tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky.
Punt team makes its way onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. The Blue Devil offense will try to get things going on this drive. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. At the 35, caught, and he's got room. Past the 40. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
Damn
This
it.
crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
And the extra point splits the uprights. He'll start the return inside his 5. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. And so the Tar Heel offense makes its way onto the field to start the drive. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Snagged in the middle, it's Need. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. And the Tar Heels come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. The run inside, it's Davis. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He's going to take a shot. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight.
Intercepted. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return. This drive will open from the 15. Looking for a man. It's Chapman. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10. First down here for the offense. He's looking to throw.
Oh.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The Tar Heels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Green. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. He'll pull it down and run. He's knocked down, short gain, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. Off play action. Here's a heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the pressure. And they got it. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davis. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Right back to the well.
No, you could have cut to that.
Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
You could have had a first.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground.
Oh.
Like, that is a recipe.
And he scored.
From the gun, running back gets the give. short gain on that run as the clock winds down here late in the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. With the catch, it's Davis. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Back to throw, it's Chapman. Looking to take a shot. And the pass is incomplete, and there's a penalty flag down, and no big secret why. That receiver was being mauled by the defender.
Yeah.
That pass interference call will give us one more untimed down in the half.
Yo, we can't get a fucking pit, and they will play. Bro, they want us to do a field goal. Like we, oh, damn, they ain't in the pit with a field goal line.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Defense was swarming around this quarterback, and he never had a chance to get it off. And down he goes, and we will head to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
From our gorgeous Orlando studios, it's the Week 5 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with the Michigan State Spartans taking on the number 4 team, the Oregon Ducks. And it's Michigan State sneaking out of here with an upset victory. And have to see how the rankings shake up following this outcome. They now sit at a sterling 5-0 on the season, keeping their unbeaten streak going. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside SEC. Now over to your game at Wallace Wade Stadium. So far today, the most dominant player on the field has been that DB. Pass breakups, shutting down one side of the field. He's been a...
The Blue Devils will kick it away to crank up the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Bro, I don't got time to do shit, bro. Like, damn, I was about to lock that dude.
Nothing done on the last one. This is a big play, 2nd and long from the 11. Now the play fake. Going downfield for the big play. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that.
We're not looking good, Coach. Line ain't blocking something like they should.
The long 58-yard attempt backfires, and now the offense is set up in plus territory around the 41. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Chapman. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a...
Bro, look at this shit. You couldn't have held on to that game.
Cool. Match up there. 3rd down coming. You've already sent your punter out 4 times. At least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Got a man in the middle. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chains. The Tar Heels will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to go right back downfield. He uncorks one deep. Got it in stride inside the 20. Touchdown, Tar Heels. Once he got some room, it was over.
It was a really nice job on the route concept because they got the safety occupied, which opened up the deep middle of the field for the receiver on the post. He uses his speed. Nice job by the quarterback, putting it out in front of him. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer.
All right, so time to try to do it again about this.
Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They make the stop, and they had to work for it. A nice little juke, and he'll have 7 on that one. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. They'll go right back to him. And
they be running right. Like, they need to work on the AI on the kind of this. But these motherfuckers running right into the dudes. Like,
love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. And the Tar Heels peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
Why is 2 dudes
and there
blocking
was
1 dude, bro? And that 1 dude in
just stopped
like,
in his tracks in the backfield. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Trying play action. Throws to the wideout. Grabs it. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. The Tar Heels, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line.
Bro, why is you 77? Why the fuck is y'all both guard 1 dude?
Defenses, they were right there as soon as he got the
shit
ball.
Don't add up, bro.
And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He stopped in his tracks, and at least they didn't lose yardage on this one. Guys, time has expired here in the quarter, and Duke is on top. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. 1 more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory.
I don't know how I got to look up how to down switch the plays. On the RPO shit, because I don't know how to do the passing.
They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here.
I didn't mean
it. Throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down. 4th down coming up. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need...
Yo, the line's ass.
There's a reason you drag the record books to the recycle bin in a rivalry game. Upsets, and we've got one looming. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Gets it out fast. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
You know, you just can't coach toughness in quarterbacks. This guy's been sacked multiple times in this one, and on that last play, he gets drilled again, but he delivers a strike. I'll tell you what, this guy's going to be in an ice bath after the game.
Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football, the clock.
And the heat gets there.
Line is crazy. Oh, they use that motherfucker line, bitch.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over to the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? My guys, they can't block for him. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
That's crazy. Y'all playing with me, man. Come on, that's our chance to win.
Looking to throw, it's Chapman. Release to the back. He's got it. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. Taking it the other way. Defense ends this game in style. Coming up with a turnover, and now they can just kneel it out.
Wide open. He had all that space. And he's fucking the opponent.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. He's open on the right. He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. Unloads to the wideout. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Might as well finish. They say every game counts the same in the standings, and that is true. But there are some games that no matter what the coaches say, they just mean a little more, and they hurt a little more if you lose.
They do, and that's a fact. And every player will tell you that. There are some games that are highlighted before the season that this game matters more. And it's not that the other ones don't matter. It's just that the hate runs so deep for some of these rivalries and some of these kids that grew up across the street from each other that went to different schools, Jesse. You can feel it.
David, you're absolutely right. And I wonder, because it was a rivalry game, did the losing team get a little overhyped? It just looked like they were pressing too much in this football game. They made too many uncharacteristic mistakes, and as a result, they take the L.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Powell.
Damn, that's like ass in the tunnel. It's not my fault, but I'm the line skidded it with us. Not holding nothing here, bro. Like, that shit is crazy. Fuck, I'm supposed to goddamn pass the ball if I ain't got the opportunity. If sitting there, 2 dudes on 1 dude, leaving 1 dude open to get in there and just tackle my ass every fucking time. guys, we gotta do better this game. This shit. Oh,
They played more than 125 times in their history, and it might not be the most well-known rivalry in the country, but for the Heels and the Cavs, the South's oldest rivalry will always mean a lot. Glad to have you along with us from Scott Stadium in Charlottesville, Virginia. It's the North Carolina Tar Heels and the Virginia Cavaliers. Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Guys, catching up with Coach Campbell before the game, this is a crucial moment in their season. They've got to decide what type of team they are. They're finding ways to lose close games, and they've got to get their first win in conference play. Coach says it's crucial that they get off to a good start.
And the Tar Heels ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Running inside, it's Davis. Finding some room. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line. So the North Carolina Tar Heels offense will now get its first chance with the football. They'll send the tight end in motion. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Can't hold on, he had him right down.
Bro, come on now.
Dropped it. This rivalry runs really deep, guys. It's the third most played in the FBS.
That's crazy, Reese. It's just crazy to think about all the rivalries across college football, and I love the orange and blue.
Intercepted, big play, stops the drive.
But really early in this game, you're seeing the ball hawks on both sides of the ball. Interception on...
This shit is crazy, bro.
Off the bootleg and rolling out. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. The give to Davis. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
You know, good running backs are the ones that can make things happen in small spaces. That running back there found his lane, he found his crease, and there was no hesitation. He got north right away and was able to make a big-time play.
And the physical play
Bro,
there
they cannot hold on to the fucking ball. This shit is fucking very deep.
So now it's second and long.
Man, they drop ball shit. Piss me the fuck off. They should have not doing this when I first played this shit.
The play action fake. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
If I make the throw, let it be there.
Third and long. Back to throw, it's Chapman. Fires to the middle. Complete with conviction on the crosser. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much.
Bro, what the fuck was that? Man.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Tar Heels go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Got it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. And the Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, North Carolina! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll move the wide receiver. The run inside. It's Davis. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
With the catch, it's Need. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Pass interference. Defense.
How long until
the officials throw the flag, but the offense won't need it. They'll decline that and keep the big play. Really want to try to pick up at least half of the yardage needed on 1st and 10. They'll run play action. Looking to the big tight end. It's complete. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
I know it's something we take for granted, guys, but the Q did a great job there with the play action fake. He really took his time and sold it. And that's what froze the linebackers in the second level of the defense to help make that completion a whole lot easier.
The Tar Heels with the 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davis. They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Off the boot, looking for his man. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And that's a teach. This nigga wide the fuck open. This nigga overthrows it. Like, this shit gets him down there. It's overthrowing fuck shit they be doing. When it comes to wide
they'll start this drive at their own 48.
Like they throw better when the niggas.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. That's caught. It's Mosley. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. 1st and 10. Motion from the back. Looking to throw, it's Chapman. He fires one deep down the right side. Touchdown, UNC! And they take it in for 6 more points. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic. North Carolina's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with that.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him, so I expect more of the same here in the second half.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Almost intercepted, and what a moment. Off-play action on first down. Throws to the tight end. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Off the play fake. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be third down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. And the Tar Heels are flying down the field. Looking downfield, it's Chapman. Fires to the right. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And talk about being...
That's crazy, bro.
And so the Tar Heel offense makes its way onto the field to start the drive. They'll ride Davis here. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're
Could be an alley. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback, and too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well.
Oh, he's got some space. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. The Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He caught it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Trying to find the end zone, and he will score. Touchdown, Tar Heels.
Well, I love the decision-making by the quarterback, going to his go-to receiver in that situation of the game, but defense, come on. You got to know that's the guy the QB's looking for.
First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Running inside, it's Davis.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down. right around the halfway point of the season. Neither of these squads that we've watched today rank, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. So first down will open up the final period. They'll move the tight end. They'll run the counter. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. To the air, it's Chapman. Finds his back in the middle. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. And the Tar Heels, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Off the play fake on 1st down. Fires complete on the crosser. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Bro, this is crazy.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense getting set for 1st down. The run inside. It's Davis. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
Down to the 12-yard line. It's 1st down. The give to Davis. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. We're interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Got enough for the 1st. Virginia will call its 1st timeout. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the 1st down.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Timeout is called by Virginia. That's their 2nd. They'll have 1 left. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? Now on 2nd down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a 1st down. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy late in games that you know you can trust. Game on the line. Just need to get 1 1st down. And Palmer, they can run it. They can play it safe. But they give it to their dude, and he delivers.
And that's a play that they can run in their sleep, too. Something they practice all week long, and they carry it in their playbook each and every week. It's a good play call because you're dialing up something that all 11 guys know on the back of their hand. And they go out, they get the execution needed to win this game.
Wow. Bro, damn, winning the game don't get you shit. Winning them interceptions was a tip interception, like, you know what I'm saying? Nah, y'all just gotta win this game, dude. Shit's crazy. We did, man.
So glad you could join us from the farm, Stanford Stadium in Palo Alto. We've reached a defining point in the season. Week 8 in a huge game here on EA Sports College Football. It's the North Carolina Tar Heels and the Stanford Cardinal. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Rowe with the latest on the weather.
The Cardinal head coach told me before the game, he knows that there's a lot of excitement for this home game, but most importantly, the weather is clear. We were wondering how the forecast would shake out, and it is calm and beautiful. Should be an impactful game here with great weather, great opportunities, and a fast start.
Stanford ready to kick it away to start this game. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So North Carolina's offense will get the football first. Looking to pass, it's Chapman. On target, breaks the tackle. He'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that. Now on first down from the 28. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Complete downfield. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Throws to the wideout. Makes the catch. It's Green. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Boy, did that one have revolutions on it, but it's incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Sends it back in motion. Just keeps slinging it. Sends it downfield. Intercepted in the first drive. Ends with a pick. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense.
There's live players interception.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah,
bro, what the fuck wrong with his doing, bro?
You're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Off play action. Bringing the heat. Looking for a huge play. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
That's crazy, bro.
They've got a first down here to open the period. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. They'll ride Davis here. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. It's Chapman. He's going to fire deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. Trying to pick up a first down. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Throwing right. Another incompletion on third down.
On offense.
He couldn't connect on that 54-yard field goal attempt, and now they'll have it 1st and 10 from the 37. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming. Got 6 on first down, now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting him a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
When receivers are running slant routes against man coverage, sometimes you get open using speed, but sometimes it's pure physicality. This receiver does a great job using his hands, and he's able to fight his way to the inside. At the end of the day, he just wanted that football more.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Makes his man miss. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. And the Tar Heels are moving quickly down the field. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davis. Let's take a minute and talk about North Carolina. Biggest problem for schools that aren't the traditional powerhouses, getting the bodies they need, especially on the defensive front. And, David, they got a good one out of high school last week.
It's so nice to get a 3-star defensive lineman. A guy like that that's got some size, that's got some potential. Again, you want to rotate those guys as much as possible, keep them fresh. This guy could be a player down the road.
The Tar Heels will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. And this offense will have to feel pretty good about itself if it can tie the game before halftime. 1st and goal. Looking for the end zone. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, North Carolina! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
This has been a back-and-forth battle with a lot of football left to go. Really nice job executing on that rushing touchdown. If they get this extra point, this thing is all tied.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Running inside. It's Davis. A solid run there to create a little space. He's marked down at the 15. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Johnson. Timeout now called by the Tar Heels. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
Nice confidence by the QB. Good throw over the middle of the field. Nice little strike down the field for a big play. Listen, you got to throw it where it's open. And he found a slot, found a little hole in the middle of the field. Nice job attacking it.
He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. North Carolina will call its second timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And the Tar Heels getting set on 1st and 10. Hit as he throws. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Pocket breaking down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line. Just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Throws to the wideout. Touchdown, UNC! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
The North Carolina offense returns to the field. The give to Davis. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33. The officials stop play here as they check on the injured Cardinal player. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Now the play fake. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And a big defensive tackle getting off the rock. Nice job seeing play action, understand his pass, beats the guard, gets to the quarterback, and gets the QB on the ground.
Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
It's the whole fucking squad right there at me when I'm about to fuck the ball. Like, y'all motherfuckers suck ass and I don't know how.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. He fires a bullet to the right. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Wants to throw. It's Chapman. Looking to the big tight end. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now 1 more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. Got his man. Turning it on. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Caught over the middle. It's Mosley. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. The Tar Heels go back to work after moving the chains through the air. The run inside. It's Davis. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Love the play call on the RPO, and you're just really trusting this running back to be able to make a guy miss and then get into the second level. The offensive line did their job, gave him a crease, but that was the running back making that linebacker miss in the hole before getting north.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to throw, it's Chapman. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw.
They bring the punter onto the field now. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one.
They just said we was in field goal, man. What the fuck?
And no shot at a return.
This guy's some bullshit. They just said we was in fucking field goal.
North Carolina's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. There's a crease. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second. Under pressure.
That niggas is not guarding, man. Like,
at the 33. And the Tar Heels want to move quickly.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go. No huddle, back on the line, make the defense communicate. Maybe you can catch them sleeping.
The Tar Heels lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. This time he wants to throw. It's caught. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. And the Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Here comes the heat. I don't think that's the way they drew it up.
Getting in there too fucking fast, bro.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
3rd and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz.
Why is he throwing it so fucking low, bro?
And this offense has got to find a way to get some gimmies.
I'm not getting it. This nigga throwing it extra fucking low. Like, what the fuck? Wasn't no pressure on your dumb ass.
First down to throw. He fires one deep over the middle. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. To the air, it's Chapman. Fires to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. Obviously didn't like what he saw on first down, and they use a timeout. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense. Timeout is called by the Cardinal. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Now Stanford is going to call a timeout. That's their second. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Now the offense has its shot to keep this game from going into overtime. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Tar Heels. And in the final final moments, they've taken the lead. That is the final timeout for the Tar Heels. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout.
And they're able to score on a drive where they had to have it this late in the game, and they look to their playmaker on the outside to win that one-on-one matchup.
Big-time moments. Who do you trust as a quarterback? You could tell this was a big moment. He threw it to his big play wide receiver.
He'll try to tack on one more. The extra point is good, and now their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation.
Why like he's showing his face?
You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps, they've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moments that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Clemson gonna be hard as fuck. Wait for it to be done. Alright. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna take a break out of that one. But now I think I figured it out, bro. You gotta use the joystick on here. Like you have to. There ain't no exception around it. If you wanna win, you got to use that joystick. So now that I know that, should be ready. We don't have a hard time with this. We're gonna see how it turns out though. See how then. Before Rio checking out.